Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, November 17th, and time for another edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Garrett Willis.
And I'm Sydney Scholl. On today's show, we'll bring you a story over the network's fundraiser of Mudlove Bracelets and the organization they're raising money for.
We'll bring you a story about some of Homestead's students who are taking courses through Anthis and the reason they're doing it, and some of the skills you can learn through their program.
You'll learn about why there's a shortage of buses within SACS right now and what the district is doing for the buses making double routes each day.
You'll learn about one of Homestead's most hands-on classes, Biomed, and how our students are learning valuable skills for a potential medical career.
And Riley is back with another weekend weather forecast.
We'll have all of those stories and much, much more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
We begin today's show with the fundraiser the network is currently working on. You can help a great Fort Wayne organization benefiting homeless families simply by purchasing a bracelet here at Homestead. Here's reporter Kelsey Nutter with the story.
Be the Change is an initiative that students and leaders of the network are promoting during the month of November, and Mrs. Jones is here to explain what it is all about.
Be the Change is one of the main mottos of our club, be the change that you wish to see in the world by Gandhi. And we really just want to promote that every person and every little thing that you do every day can make a difference in one person's life.
Be the Change encourages students to make positive impacts on others, and volunteering at Vincent Village is one of the many opportunities students can undertake.
We really just want to promote that every person and every little thing that you do every day can make a difference in one person's life. So with Be the Change, we are specifically partnering with Vincent Village.
Vincent Village is a transitional living shelter program and housing program. We serve homeless families with children, and shared living spaces are rented at affordable prices to families with children.
The network is selling Mudlove Bracelets, where the money will directly impact our community in Vincent Village.
The bracelets are $10 and your name goes into a raffle. And there are prizes such as some items donated from the Spartan Spirit store. We have some gift cards donated already to some different local eateries, some preferred seating available for the Homestead Carroll Varsity Boys game. Not only by ordering one of our bracelets will you get the actual bracelet, but you also are entered for a chance to win some of these awesome prizes.
If you would like to donate beyond the bracelets, visit vincentvillage.com, where you can access a list of needed supplies. For HHS In Depth, I'm Kelsey Nutter.
The Homestead semi-formal dance will be held tomorrow evening from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are on sale during all lunch mods for $15. Tickets at the door on the day of the dance will be $20 each. They are no longer accepting guest request forms. If you still need a date, you'll have to ask someone from Homestead, but please do not ask me.
Fridays are laptop restart days. As you're watching this show right now, please do a full restart of your laptop. Many of the tech issues students report, such as slow downloads, failure to find a printer you need, and buffering videos, can be resolved by a full shutdown before you leave Homestead for the day. This weekly Fridays restart will help you to keep your laptop fully functioning.
Juniors and seniors and admissions rep from the following colleges will be visiting Homestead. If you would like to attend a visit, please sign up in student services at least one day prior to the visit. You must have the signed green pass in order to attend. On Monday, November 20th, the U.S. Naval Academy, and on Tuesday, November 21st, the U.S. Coast Guard and the U.S. Military Academies.
Get out to the art club on Tuesday, November 21st after school to finish your ceramic pieces and begin working on the holiday ornament project.
And now here is a story over current Homestead students who are enrolled in Anthis classes downtown to see what they are learning and how they can gain valuable workplace skills while still in high school. Reporter Ellie Davis has the story.
A program many students here at Homestead are familiar with is Anthis, a hands-on experience at the Fort Wayne Community Career Academy with students of all different interests and reasons for joining.
What made me want to get involved with the Anthis program was I've always loved working on cars, and ever since I was a little kid, I've just always loved working on engines and seeing how cars run.
I went to apply for a job at Kelly Chevrolet, and the boss there told me to further my knowledge, to basically ensure myself in that job. They told me about Anthis, and it just happened that the week after I applied for that job, we were enrolling in classes, so I put my name in and joined Anthis.
Students involved thoroughly enjoy the time they spend learning, as it differs from the standard classroom setting.
Yeah, I definitely like the experience I'm getting from my class. It's a lot different because you're with different people from different schools and meeting new people, making new connections, and there's a lot of events and things outside of regular classes that you can't get through Homestead that you can get at Anthis.
I do like the experiences that I've gotten from my classes. They've taught me how to work on brakes, rebuild engines, transmissions, and overall how a car runs.
In my class, brake steering and suspension with Mr. Watley, I have enjoyed it. My experience has been good. I love the classwork and the shop time that I get.
While taking these classes, students are getting ahead of the game and more prepared for their future endeavors.
Since I want to pursue criminal justice in college, I feel a lot more prepared considering I'm getting 6 college credits from Anthis for criminal justice, meaning I will not have to take those classes in college, and meanwhile I'm saving a lot of money by doing that, and I'm learning basic skills that a lot of other kids won't have the opportunity at when I'm in college, and now I already have the information.
Definitely helped me for college because it's a college level course, and we do basically the same things as what they would do as if I were in a regular commercial kitchen.
Anthis helped me with the future in the sense that this year I've been working co-op at Shambaugh, and I'm working as a mechanic there. And so every day I get to go in and work on cars, and it's something I love.
While many leave high school with a standard diploma, Anthis participants leave with certifications that many don't get until college.
I will leave Anthis with a 911 dispatcher certification and hunter safety certified, as well as first aid certified.
So I'm not getting any certification this year, but I'm going to continue the program next year, and I'll be able to get my A&P license at the end of the program next. The A&P license is airframe and power plant license, so it allows me to work on the whole airplane.
I'm going to be ServSafe certified by the end of the year, which is a food safety certification that anyone needs to be in the food industry.
So I will be leaving Anthis with some certifications. For automotive, the certifications are ASE certifications, which are the general certification that tells an employer that you're smart enough and you know what you're doing with cars.
Anthis comes highly recommended from students, and they encourage you to join.
I would definitely recommend Anthis for anyone. It's such a universal program. They have everything that anyone is interested in, and it's just so helpful to get yourself better prepared for the future.
I would most definitely recommend Anthis to students, especially if they're going to be in a technical thing like culinary arts. It gives you a lot more hands-on learning rather than being in a school and taking notes and everything about it.
If this is something that interests you and you want to get involved with, contact your counselor to see if it's right for you. For HHS In Depth, I'm Ellie Davis.
Lost and found items are located on the tables outside of the discipline office in the main hallway of the 1012 building. All items not picked up today will be donated.
A call-out meeting is scheduled for the Minority Student Association. It'll be held immediately after school in room 205 on Tuesday, November 21st. Their mission statement is providing underrepresented students a place for intellectual inquiry, dialogue, and activities to gather inspiration and collaborate with members of the community that have overcome challenges themselves. Snacks will be provided. Come see what they're all about.
Did you know our school district currently has a shortage of bus drivers, which is causing some of the current buses to do a double route? I recently caught up with our district's transportation director, Steve Lake, to learn why this is occurring and the plan for the future. You may have noticed an increase in students on your bus route. Director of Transportation Mr. Lake clears up some confusion about why this is happening.
This year we've started off a few less drivers than we had last year. The economy's gotten better, and so whenever the economy gets better, it's hard for us to get drivers. We started off the year with nearly 11 new drivers, and now we're actually still hiring right now.
Throughout the duration of the bus driver hiring process, the transportation system has made compromises to get each student to and from school safely every day.
We have listed over 6,000 kids. Those routes that we are double routing are just because we simply don't have enough drivers to cover those routes. And so what we've done is that any place that we can go and make a quick drop and then get back to the school and grab another group of kids, unfortunately, those are the routes that get double routed.
Correction of overflowing buses and double routing is and has been a priority for transportation, and these issues should lessen within the coming weeks.
For those people that are being double routed, like I said, we're trying to get those people hired, and as soon as we get more people hired and trained, we're going to add more drivers, and we're going to take some of those routes that are full, and we're going to split those up. But until we get new drivers, our hands are pretty much tied. We're going to do the best we can as quickly as we can to help you out with that.
Alongside the addition of new drivers, the district has recently invested in better buses to increase efficiency and ease of transportation for students.
Another thing that we're doing is we've actually added propane buses to our routes, and we're really excited about the savings, the efficiency, and the green effect for our environment and our kids.
Administration asks that students be patient and know that there is hard work being put into solving the bus route inconveniences every day. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Sydney Scholl.
And now here's a story over one of Homestead's classes that gets students prepared for a career in the medical field. Reporter Michaela Godfrey tells us about Biomed Class and what students learn on a day-to-day basis.
One of Homestead's most popular programs, Biomed, differs from the typical classroom setting because of the hands-on learning style.
On a typical day, students have an assignment, and Biomed is a type of education that's called inquiry-based education, which means that they're finding the information as they're doing their activities. And a lot of days we do labs, we do different dissections, we do labs with DNA, we do labs where they build DNA, we do labs where they dissect hearts. One of their favorite labs in second year is they dissect a cow elbow joint, so they can truly see what they're learning.
Biomed students learn lifelong lessons and skills that prepares them for college and helps them find their passions within the medical field.
It's given me the chance to kind of figure out what I'm interested in and what I'm not, because I knew pretty early on that I kind of wanted to do something someday that would help people, but it's helped me figure out what I think is interesting.
Good work ethic, because these classes are not always easy from the get-go, especially second year. We're moving at a really good pace, and it just has taught me how to stay on top of my work and apply myself to all the things, because it's not things that you can just guess and get it right. So I've learned a lot about that and studying habits.
Learn to get along and work in groups and be able to do labs and be able to process information.
What I've taken away from the class would be learning to problem solve, and also taking facts and other things that you know and have been taught and putting them to diagnose different patients.
The students highly encourage others to join due to the uniqueness of the program.
People should choose to join because it's really interesting just to be around people who are really goal-oriented and who are interested in the same kind of stuff you are. It's also just really interesting overall, and it takes you through a lot of kind of different, really interesting aspects of the medical field.
It's just a really good class to take if you have aspirations of going into the medical field or the biomedical field.
If you're interested in joining Biomed, contact your school counselor when you schedule for next year. For HHS In Depth, I'm Michaela Godfrey.
And now here is Riley Kamala with a look at the weekend weather forecast.
Salutations, Homestead. It's Riley Victor Kamala here, and it's time for your weekend weather forecast. Semi-formal is this weekend, and let me tell you, the weather is not looking very good. Today we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a high of 47 and a low of 41. Semi-formal is going to be really wet with the rain and wind all day with a high of 57 and a low of 32. And Sunday, the skies will be cloudy with a high of 35 and a low of 25. Well, Homestead, that wraps up this weekend weather forecast. Keep your morals in check at Semi and have a great weekend.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Garrett Willis.
And I'm Sydney Scholl. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo in landscape mode with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to Homestead's radio station, The Point, 91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Also, it's Garrett's birthday on Sunday.
Yeah.